Best new jersey. We got so many new City Edition jerseys. What's your favorite one and why?
I love the new Spurs Fiesta look.
Yep.
Oh, this is so good, especially because it's a look that everybody associates with the Spurs, but we've never actually seen it on a jersey. They only did the warm-ups back in the day during the David Robinson, Sean Elliott, Dennis Rodman era, but everybody was hoping these would turn into uniforms. They finally did. The old school font that they had in the 90s, probably a little bit better than this one, but this still looks great. Unlike a lot of the teams that came out with these new City jerseys, there's a reason for the Spurs to be wearing black uniforms. They wear black all the time, unlike the Knicks or a team like that. I don't know what they're doing. Nonetheless, I think these Spurs ones look great. They ran 5 guys out there to model them who nobody's ever seen before, and they still looked awesome. Shout out to the Spurs.
Yeah, I went with that as well, the Spurs Fiesta themed jerseys. It's also the first time I read that the team's hometown has been front on the center of the jersey since 1989. So it says San Antonio because it usually just says the Spurs. I hadn't realized that. But those are tasty. Those are very, very nice.
I too jumped in on this.
Wow.
I love these Fiesta jerseys. I'm surprised we didn't talk about them. Look how cool those guys looked, as Trey mentioned. I mean, the photographer did an incredible job. Just the lighting makes it look super cool. Trey Lyles, you look cool. I think all these 5 young Spurs look fantastic, especially DeJounte Murray there in the front. He's making New Balance shoes look cool. He's got the matching New Balance shoes with the Fiesta. So sexy. I'm
liking that pose too. Just the rap squat, but with the hands open. You don't see the claw hands very often like that.
Yeah, no.
5 out. We're playing 5 out.
Okay, so we got 3 of us picking the Spurs. Lee, what are you taking? Are you going with them as well?
They're pretty sexy. I'm going with the Phoenix Suns, though, the Valley jerseys.
You like those?
I think so, especially when you see them actually on the players like that. See, I think they look so cool because I don't think we'd really seen them other than just the jersey itself being released. But now... Right. Obviously, you got their big 3 there modeling them, and I think they look great. I think they really do. I like that the night, the sunset look that they've got going on. So the Suns.
Okay, you don't think they're too much of sort of a rip-off of what we've seen from like sort of the Nuggets and I guess sort of the Jazz with the gradient.
Sort of, the Tetris-y sort of look there for the Nuggets and stuff, and the mountain look.
It's fine. I'm just asking.
It's the same sort of area though, isn't it? So
the Wild West.
It's close enough.
Yeah, you didn't invent mountains, Colorado.
Right.
Let us have some mountains.
Got to share those mountains. Okay.
Yeah. The Hornets and those Pacers ones also been going around with the pinstripes.
Oh, I like those.
So nice.
What's the worst new City Edition jersey? Lee, why don't you get a start? Which one are you like? I mean, again, there are a lot of bad ones. There are a lot to pick from, in my opinion. But what are you going with?
I'm going with the low-hanging fruit of the New York Knicks jerseys here because RJ Barrett even looks like he doesn't want to be there. You just showed the San Antonio Spurs looking cool as anything there together, throwing out the rap pose. RJ Barrett's like, oh, God, am I the one who has to... Am I the one who has to model these things? Like, no thanks. Come on, quick, get this over and done with. So, City never sleeps.
I'm sleeping on those ones, no doubt.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lee could never wear those. He's always sleeping.
Yeah, well, yeah. Not when it's raining like it was last night. I was up in the attic.
Sorry, except when you're up in the attic checking the shingles. All right, yeah, that's a good pick for worst New Jersey. Tass, what do you have?
I too went with that Knicks City edition.
Wow.
Totally. RJ Barrett, Mr. Michael Lee pointed the same thing out that Lee did on Twitter, saying, come on, I'm not happy here. The circle is just, it's too much. And I'm not even all that bothered by the sponsors on the front of a jersey, but even this Squarespace logo, it's just all up in your grill. I thought, back, if you can remember, back in 2017, when it was a pilot program for the league to have these patch jerseys 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, we all wondered, what about our sacred jerseys? What's going to happen to our sacred jerseys? Now it's just a part of the jerseys, and it's not a big deal. There's a great write-up, actually, on The Athletic by Bill Shea about how much money is coming in, and they're expanding it to practice jerseys this year. It hasn't been obtrusive whatsoever, but maybe it's just because it's white on black. Maybe it's because of the location. Maybe because there's an NYC, but this Squarespace is like, bang! It's too much. And maybe it's this. Maybe it's because that circle is so big.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's because your eyes don't want to look at the actual logo, so you're like, well, let me look anywhere else. Oh, bam! Squarespace. Yeah, I think like the old classic NYC Nike logo would make for a better overall logo for the actual Knicks. They have it backwards here instead of this stupid circle with the city never sleeps and the dumb colorway I hate. This one's bad, Trey. I don't know if you have another one, but...
Yeah, this one is really bad. The other one in the mix for the worst for me, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Okay, I will agree that most people do know that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland. That seems to be the number one thing people know. But this looks like a ransom note. You have to know all of these logos. You have to know all of these band logos, like David Bowie's classic V from his name. Hey, is there any V's out there? Has there ever been a band with a V in their name? Sorry, just a guy named David. We're rolling that out there. Then you have to realize that these are actually that, and when it all comes together, it just looks brutal. None of these bands are even from Ohio. I do not get this.
It looks like at the end there they used Grammarly to spell the A-N-D there. They had to squeeze the N in there. It's like, hang on, we've spelled it Cleveland. Hang on, all right, put it through Grammarly. Yeah, it's Cleveland. All right, chuck an N in there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's crazy.
You know what's worse? I couldn't believe it. I'm with you. These are brutal. Have you seen the court that goes along with them?
Oh, come on.
Oh, this is... I mean, they're trying, I guess, what the Nets were doing there with the gray court, but like... you got like the little patches, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like pins on a denim jacket.
Pins, patch, yeah. Not a fan of the rock and roll ransom note jerseys, no, nor the court. So those are high, I feel, on like a lot of people's lists. The Cavs and the Knicks. What are you doing?
And I'm not sure why the Knicks didn't go with this jersey style here.
Yeah.
The sort of understated black. I don't even know what this jersey is, but somebody threw it out there. This kit.
It's a store in New York City.
Okay.
But a variation of that? Hell yeah. I mean, it's cool.
Sure.
I thought at first, I saw Kith was tweeting it. I don't know who you are, Kith, but okay, it's a store.
Yep.
And I thought maybe there's Knicks within that KITH. I was looking, analyzing it. Maybe it's, sort of in there. No, it's just KITH.
That does look better.
It looks way better.